I had some liberating moment last night. Get liberated from things that hold us in place, thought forms, situations that are unresolved, that just gnaw at us and spin around in our heads, things that we don't understand, emotional responses. And then the question comes up, so you desire something or someone. So what do you want from it? It's like a box of chocolates. One time you eat it and it's like, wow, this is the best box of chocolates, da da da. Then you go searching for it, you find it in some other future thing and you eat it. And then you say to yourself, oh, this one was not that good. Or I ate in this place once before, the food was really good, and now today it's not that. I was liberated because I don't have to be subject to my own confused emotions of desire of something that's illusionary.
At one point in your life, years ago, you didn't see this, but now you see it. So that's a change in yourself. Obviously, in some kind of evolution in awareness. Your memories are attached to certain emotions at the time.
Well, they hold us back because we get held. We're like hostages when we don't understand something. We have desire, then everything is happy. Then everything is not, and we want it to be happy. So then conflict sets up.
Did you dance? Was it dancing like? Isn't that what most of us dream of, that romantic Hollywood relationship?
One enchanted evening, Medford, one of his songs. You may meet a stranger across a crowded room. And I also realize it's in the giving. It's all in the giving. This stuff to receive is a mistake. You have to just let the channel of your divine come through you. That's all you have to do. Let it flow through you and you are free.
A greater joy that we can experience giving rather than receiving. And I have never felt so alive.
There you go.
And so much joy and purpose and happiness in that moment that I realized what you're saying is that there's a power that surges in you when you give. And there's a depression actually when you're seeking to receive and you're not getting.
They don't understand why they desire, why they want to receive, and why they think they'll be liberated.
You feel like you're missing something, and you think my happiness and my fulfillment will be in whatever it is like. So you're looking for something to get.
Right.
You were expecting something from someone, and they didn't give it.
Well, then
you become like depressed and angry.
Oh, angry. Well, right. See, it's problematic. There's a problem in that flow, and that really gets tested on this earth. You may walk into a room of people you know or family, and someone doesn't say hello to you. You feel disrespected. You feel they should be giving you something. That is not the way, because you'll never get liberated there. You will never get liberated through that process.
It's almost like Christ said, I came not to be served, but to serve. To give my life as a ransom for many. And don't follow the ways of what they're telling you, like the school and the politicians and the media.
I came to serve, not to be served. He washed the feet of Mary, of the sinner. Why? If you're bringing your kid to communion or any of these sacraments or anything, you should know that as an adult. As you go to the catering place and order like $3,000 worth of food.
Even if you do pursue that life, and he did show that, like, it's not always necessary that it's going to be wonderful and positive, like, but at the end of it all, there's a greater joy and a greater resurrection. You might not have anything in this world.
And he said your reward is not here, it's in heaven. So you're looking for the reward here. You should receive from the higher and then give.
That's the place to be, serving. Because I could feel my energy rising, rather than thinking of myself and my own survival and my own ego, because we're all in this. We're all in this planet where everything's about physical survival.
My greatest moment this week was me going into a deli out on Queens Boulevard about 11:30 at night, and I see this guy sitting there, and I could see he's disheveled. He's smoking cigarettes. He's sitting on a little box and stuff. It was very sad. I was going in. He goes, "You got a few nickels?" And I just felt such compassion that he has to be on this planet at that age, sitting on a box outside a deli at that age, with nobody caring about him. Where is the family had? Where is the love that's coming to him? And he can't even fend for himself. Can't you see that it's nothing else? He has no place else to sit. He's on the street. He's sitting in front of a deli. He doesn't want to sit in front of somebody's house. I said, you have to open your mind and understand his situation and not just think about your business. Here I am, worrying about my desires, my own little agenda, which is murky. You know what I mean? Half the time for most of us, like, I gotta go. We have to care for the next person, But it's hard. I think it's hard to get to those emotions when you live in a culture like this, where everybody's driving around in three-quarter ton trucks and have everything in the world. It's hard to be thinking about putting your heart out to them, because they have very bad energy. But this guy had such a weak energy, I wanted to give him something. But so you're entirely right. You see the weak, and it should move you. I really had nothing concrete to give him except my time, and say a few words to him, and just stay there and try to treat him human, rather than everybody shunning him. They want to run from it. There's so much here in this receiving and giving stuff, because it's happening in so many different ways.
And that's why the spiritual is so important, your spiritual self, your higher consciousness, because these experiences are a way of speaking. The Creator speaks through this experience and says, stop and listen, and I want to say something that you need to hear. And I'm telling you that the greater experience is me and serving.
There's no receiving communion and feeling close to Christ if you don't have this together in your life in the way you behave. That's an illusion. You're going to sit there for 5 minutes after receiving communion and think you're communing with something when your mind is somewhere else.
Remember the Christ story, the parable of the guy who was robbed and naked and knocked out on the side of the road, and the minister and the Pharisee went by and went on the other side of the road, and because they had, I guess they had other agendas. It's exactly what we're talking about. And who stops? The Samaritan, and takes him to the hotel and says, "Take care of him, and whatever I owe, I pay you when I come back." The parable of the Good Samaritan.
Now you're talking. See, I'm glad that you point that out to everybody, because you know what? They want to go through all the trimmings of it and bringing their kids along. They don't read. I would say 90+% of them haven't read one bit of gospel in their adult life. Your mind needs to be unscrambled. Aside from meditating, sitting quietly, listen to the river, listen to classical music, something else you can do to feed your spirit. The Gospels are very condensed information. Read a chapter, just thumb into it, and give it to yourself once a day, because you're not getting that message. You're on the television, you're hearing about Raymore and Flanagan selling you couches, because all of this wrong behavior has a very bad effect on the earth and other people too. This irresponsible behavior is toxic and very problematic and growing.
This is a crucial element that gets missed in the spiritual journey, or the human journey anyway. An element that's missed in the human experience, but mostly for spiritual people, is serving. Serving the least among us.
And not to serve because you're going to change them or even make their life better. Serve so you can be a channel for the energy, because it purifies you. You are a manifestation of love, which we don't understand. We're a manifestation of this amazing, we can't put a word on it, thing that manifested us. We can't even speak about that really clearly. And you want to just be that channel.
I was alone and you came to me. I was in prison and you visited me. I was naked and you clothed me. And he said, when did we do that? He said, when you do this to the least of my brethren, you've done it to me.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somewhere you'll see her again and again.